Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video I will talk about the Condor tool and knife bisonte knife. This is a typical Condor knife. It has a 1075 carbon steel blade with the walnut handle with a bit white and red fiber in it and brass rivets and the typical Condor leather sheet. So it doesn't come with a fire starter. The fire starter I added. So the item comes also in the typical Condor box. It's of course made in El Salvador. It's the bisonte knife, and I like Condor tool and knife. I used those for many years by now. I remember how they started back then, as they were first time then also at the Blade Show and all that. So the value that you get for the price is really good. That is something of the best ones that I know in all the decades that I do knife work and all that. So yeah, the knife, I have large hands, so the handle is perfect for my size. It has a contoured grip on it, especially the part here is really cut out so that you can grip it. Doesn't matter if it's left or right hand, it's on both sides exactly the same. Nice lanyard hole, and it's flared there, so the lanyard doesn't get cut or frayed. The wood is on this one yeah, medium to good, I would say. It's a walnut. They did not select a special grain or something like that. It's just brown wood, rather good fitted on it. We don't see any gaps, and we have those white and red fiber liners there. So yeah, and then we have the front is a bit scalloped out, so that is one point that I may run into problem because this part here is rather weak on the wood, rather thin, so that could break off if you use the knife really hard, batoning or anything else. That is by many Condor knives a bit a problem, that they grind it out too thin. Now if that would be in micarta or even G10, something like that, that would last way longer, and some of the knives from Condor are done in micarta, so there it's taken care of, but they should look a bit on that point if they're gonna make more models with a wood. Then we have a typical Scandi grind. The shape of the blade is a little bit a drop point, has a good size and shape to it, whittling and all that. Woodwork is rather easy to be done. The finish looks hammered. They added some texturing on it. It's not that deep that, say, a cheese or something would stick really bad on it, but yeah, for me I would prefer to have a flat finish, but this one gives it a unique look, either you like it or not. And of course they put the engraving on it, Condor, and the backside has the model bisonte and 10. This is actually 1095, okay, not a 1075. So I have to correct that. 1095 high carbon steel, which is pretty good, like from K-bar knives and many others. So the grind is well done. It's pretty even made. Doesn't have much problems there either. Now the back spine is a little bit rounded off. There are no sharp edges on it, so to strike the fire starter there I'm gonna grind it on the belt grinder quick, that we have a sharp edge. The sheet is a typical leather sheet. well made. Also made in El Salvador with the loop for 8mm fire starter. I made this one myself from fat wood and some glow in the dark on top of it, and a simple bungee cord in olive green. So the design is also a typical bushcraft sheet. It's rather square. Now we only have the belt loop here, so for traditional carry, and you could use a dangler if you want, adapter. Those are easy available from eBay and other places. If you need to take the knife off and put it back on faster, that's how I do it. And what is not on this kind of sheet is horizontal, for horizontal carry belt loops here and here. So you need to live with that, how that is. Now the knife fits in the sheet really well. It's not wet formed at all on the top and all that, but it has a snug fit so that it won't come out. So you shouldn't lose it. Most of the knife is covered up to it, and still you, because of that grinding line here, you have enough grip to easily take it out of the sheet. So all in all, really good. I like it. The handle size is a little bit on the small side for me because of my bigger hands. So especially with that contoured handle, it's best for you to take it in your own hand by the knife dealer or at a show like the blade show, to see how well that fits your hand, because with the contoured handles it's always a bit less easy to say if somebody gonna like it or not than with more blocky, squarish styles of knife handles that a condor of course makes as well. So for me personally, I like more the blocky style knife handles. Somehow my bigger hand gets easier around that than the more rounded ones, but for you, especially if you have medium or smaller hands, this could be exactly the knife handle, well rounded off, well contoured, that you dream about. So all in all, I still like it a lot, that knife. I have it now for a good year, and it's not the top favorite, but for the price and what it gives you, it's for sure a great deal. So that much about the Condor Bisonte knife.